All right, we're going to talk about, if you read the title, it seems a kind of weird title when you think about it. Why does casinos, why they don't worry or care about people doing, how-to videos, how to win or how to play this particular things in the casino? A lot of them don't really worry too much about it. Initially, they do. When they first, people, especially the slot channels, when they first went into the casinos, they were really like, you can't record, they stopped them until they really understand stuff. And that's usually how casinos are. They're really a little leery when something new happens that's different. They want to kind of see what's going on and make sure it works to their advantage before they allow people to start doing it. And that's kind of what happened with, videotaping and people getting content out of the casinos. They still kind of limit certain things and want you to get crazy with it, but they don't mind. And here's why they don't mind. Is the casinos found that people going to the casino doing content was kind of like a person in a casino playing and doing well. They're playing and you hear a lot of woohooing and you look over there and what does that do? It inspires everybody else to, hey, I want to hit that jackpot or I want to do, so now they start playing real heavy and then all that money that person that was woohooing about that money is winning. What happens is these people end up paying that money because you have 20 people hearing this guy just going crazy over there, or girl, going crazy over there, so they start playing a little bit more. And essentially, that's what happened when people started doing content in the casinos. If you watch a person that does, especially the slot channels, I give them a lot of credit because, man, there's a lot involved in that. You got to risk a lot of time, risk a lot of money, and to get content. And so here's why, one of the reasons I think the casinos found out it wasn't a bad thing having people, content creators, go into the casino. When a content creator goes into a casino, let's say a slot player, he goes in a casino and let's say he's going to be there for 6 hours. After playing and recording for 6 hours, you might only see maybe 3 hours of it, maybe half of it you'll see, because the other half is a lot of losing going on. Now, sometimes creators, that's their mode. They don't want to show losing, so they do that. But the other reason why they don't show it is because it's not exciting. If you have someone that's getting nothing but little small line hits and it's not interesting. So what they have to do is they have to say, well, let me show something that will keep people watching. In an hour worth of no hit, no jackpots, no features, low line hits, that's not going to be good content. So in 6 hours, they might only show 2 to 3 hours of content. And the person that's watching and taking that content in looks at them and look like they're doing well. Oh, wow, they're doing well. And that gets that person to say, next time I go to the casino, I'm playing that game. That's the hot game. Because that's what they see when they watch that content creator playing a particular slot machine. And they go out and they play that machine. So casinos had gotten hip to that, saying we'll allow them in, especially those people that's playing big money. You got guys out there and people out there playing, $100, $200, $1,000 a pull. But what someone that looks at, I can't afford that, but they're saying they're looking at this person playing $200 and they get a hand pay or they go into a free game and they go into some kind of feature and they come out with $15,000 and you say, I might not be able to play $100, but I might be able to play 10. So if I divide, $15,000 divided by 10, that's $1,500. I'll take $1,500. So I'll just go play that same game, but I'll just not play as much as they play. I'll just play a fraction of what they play because I'm willing to take that kind of jackpot. So they understand, the casino understand that actually boosts their people coming in and playing. I don't know if any of you ever got on one of the apps, like like you got some apps you can go on and you can download them. You play the games like the ones that's in the casinos. You notice they give you like 1,000,000 coins or something crazy like that, and you playing like 2,000, 2,500 coins every pull, and always seems like you never run out of coins. Very rarely you run out of coins. You always win. You always beat jackpots. But that same game, you go to the casino and it's not doing. That's another reason why casinos don't mind you playing those apps, because usually you'll win. You're consistently going to free games because they want you to have that feeling. And by the time you figure out it doesn't work the same way in that casino, you went through your bankroll. So that is the key, one of the key reasons. There's probably other reasons that we don't know, but I believe that's the main reason why casinos don't mind content creators going into casinos and showing you how to win, how to play this game, what's the best strategy. They don't mind it because they know ultimately you're going to give that money to them. And even if that content creator is good in the casino and winning, that money they're winning, you're the one that's going to pay it because you're going to go and not do as well as they do. So that's just another hint. So when you go in there, be mindful of that and be mindful of your bankroll when you go in there and be real, have that mindset that you can't let it that get you into that mood where you're just kind of chunking money in there and chasing your losses. So like I said, these are just tips that I like to give you from the parking lot to the nearest slots, and you're welcome to use them.